Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Last time, let's chant together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for the Festival of Enlightenment on Saturday evenings for all the youth boys. So again, we are diving deep into this aspect of Bhagavad Gita. So let's chant few prayers and let's dive into the ocean of Bhagavad Gita. So you all can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Srivasadi Gaurabhakta,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Bhagavati Vacharam Pangam Langayate Vinyat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenataranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya. Yes, Hare Krishna. So I can see a lot of space in between. So request all of you to come in front. If anyone don't have any back pain, you can come front. So we are reading from the book called the Bhagavad Gita. So we have many times discussed what is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita. Anyone would like to tell the meaning? What is Bhagavad Gita? Meaning, word to word meaning? Yes, the song of God. So Gita means song. Bhagavan means the song sung by God. It's called Bhagavad Gita. And today's presentation would like to present or dedicate to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So for the last 3 days, I was in Vrindavan. It's my fortune. The last, I think I started practicing devotion service, spirituality, I think in my third year of engineering, 2018. So till now, I couldn't get any chance to go to Vrindavan. So by the Lord's mercy, I got a chance to visit Vrindavan and stay there for 3 days. And after going there, by seeing those people, I really got goosebumps. Most of them are foreigners there, white skin, black skin, and in those foreigners, Russians were more. And those Russians who are, we don't know who they are, somewhere in the part of the world. So they are coming and staying in Vrindavan and they're practicing bhakti every single day. Dot 4:30, they'll be in the hall for Mangalat in the morning, 4:30 a.m. So I was really inspired by them. How foreigners who does not belong to our country, who does not belong to our nature, our culture, how intensely they are practicing this spirituality, taking scriptures so seriously. How could it be so possible? It's only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, only because of you. The effort what he has put at the age of 70, going out and spreading this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. He could do that. He could do that. So today's presentation, everything dedicates to him. So finally, by praising once again, Srila Prabhupada will continue our session. Srila Prabhupada ki. So Srila Prabhupada has explained us or given this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita Vedic scriptures, how to apply this technically, scientifically, and logically in our life, and how to increase our faith in the scriptures. He very scientifically explained. And today's topic is that reviving the eternal faith. So those who have attended the previous session or few sessions back, the lost wealth. So you know how India lost its wealth of culture, tradition, science, various things. How? So in the starting, Mughals came to invade our country. Next, Europeans entered, and majority of them are Britishers, we know. And right now, the media. How time to time it's destroying our culture through its movies, serials, various aspects. We will discuss more in future. So they have tried their best, and they were successful in fact. And we can see today how it is. The dress we wear, the food, whatever it is, the education, everything is Western. Everything, if you observe it. Only the screen is brown. Everything is Western. In fact, they were very much successful in this and very sufficiently damaged over this thing. So we know this case which happened few months back. Some political spokesperson spoke something about some religious person, and we have seen the result. Many countries are behind India. Many countries, many Gulf countries. One small statement. And Baba, what happened when movies were made about Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna, making fun of them? Not even one voice raised. Why? We have seen that two movies showing that Lord Shiva is just a pathar, stone, and not even a single person raised his voice. And we are at, oh, nice, nice, very nicely said. We are clapping also. Why? We don't have faith in our scriptures. Yes or no? So that is what topic today, reviving our real eternal faith. It is also one of the eye-opener sessions as usual, like previous sessions, because this will help us to see what are daily activities and logically see what are we really doing. So basically, there are three kinds of acquiring knowledge, and one of them is pratyaksha praman, anuman praman, and shabda praman. So this there are Sanskrit words also. You can just remember those. I'll ask in the session. So what is this pratyaksha praman? You might have heard about this. Seeing is believing. Yes or no? Until unless I see something, I don't believe it. This was the philosophy is going on right now. But for your information, never in any Vedic scriptures or in Bhagavad Gita, this philosophy was spoken, even by Lord Krishna or anyone else. Seeing is believing. Nowhere it was spoken. It is the recently came. It is the Western ideology came into the picture. But it doesn't work. Let's see how. So basically, there are four defects in human beings, any person. So these are the four. So there is Sanskrit word and a meaning itself, meaning also. You can just remind you. So karna apatava, first one. We have imperfect senses. Next, pramada. We are always illusion. Next, brahma, committing mistakes. Next, vipralipsa, cheating propensity. So these are the four defects in human beings. So let's take the first, that is karana apatava, that is imperfect senses. So let's take our eyes as example. How our senses are imperfect. Let's check out one sense. So now we can see now right now in the hall, temple hall, everything is there. We can see everything, right? Curtains are there, mats are there, students are there, everything is there. Now you switch off all the lights, close the door, everything is pitch dark. And if any new person comes into the room, what he does? And there is nothing here. Yes or no? Because lights were switched off. But when we switch on the lights, then we can see everything is present as it is. Yes or no? TV is there, people are there, everything is there. But why the person is not able to see? Because we don't have that capacity to read it. Yes or no? We have the particular range where we can see it. Yes or no? Beyond that range, we cannot see. Yes or no? Without lights, we cannot see only. But when we switch on the lights, we can see. Because our visible range is there. Isn't it so? So this proves that our eyes are imperfect. Yes or no? So what is the meaning of imperfect? So we cannot have or use the senses all the time ideally. There is no ideal situation where we can see all the time everything. So when there is no light, we cannot see actually. So that is called imperfect eyes. Next, coming to the ears. So what is the range of our audible range? You studying in our school, right? Yes, someone is telling. Yes, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So this is our frequency of hearing. Only in this range we can hear. Beyond this we cannot hear. Yes or no? But there are bats, birds, yes or no, bats. So in the daytime they don't open their eyes. They don't want to see the sunlight. But we see that bats are traveling in the air. Yes or no? But how are they doing without opening the eyes? How is it possible? It's through ears. They have the capacity to perceive UV rays, UV sound. So by observing the sound, they can understand something obstacle is there. And through that, they'll change the direction. Isn't it so? So bats are able to hear, we are not able to hear. Yes or no? Because our range is something given. designed like this. So our ears also imperfect, gone. Next, coming to our nose. So let's take whenever you go to any hospital, we get some peculiar smell. Observed anyone in medical shop or hospitals, and after some time gone. Yes or no? So like this, you can see this. Nose is also imperfect. Coming to the tongue, let's take two sweet items. One is very sweet. You had that sweet first, and after you had another sweet which is not too much sweeter than the before sweet. How do you feel? How the tongue feels? The tongue cannot feel the same sweetness as before, isn't it? So you can check it out. Any sweets today? No? So that's it. So in this way, our tongue is also imperfect. Next, coming to the touch, sense of touch. Suppose there are two persons there. Let's take myself and you, any one of you. We have similar temperature. But do you have fever? I don't have fever. And when I touch you, so what is the feeling I get? Hotness. The other person who has fever is more than the temperature as me. So temperature also differences. Touch, there is a change in temperature. We cannot perceive all the time everything. Yes or no? This way our touch is also gone. So in this way, all our senses are imperfect. Got the point? So what is the first one? Imperfect senses. That is karna patava. Next, we are all there, always illusioned. So how is this illusion? We are always. So I know everyone is used to do road transport, going on bike, auto, whatever. So if you can observe in our daily life while we are traveling, to small or large distance, we are able to see some water on the road, isn't it? Everyone? But water present there? No. But we perceive to be there is water, is it no? Illusion. Water on a desert area, illusion. Everyone would have studied in your physics subject when you put a pen or pencil in a glass. We see that a particular object is bended, tilted. This is called refraction. If you observe this. But does it really bend? No, it appears to be bent. Yes or no? So very illusion. Get the point? I'll show you a nice picture. So you can see this, right? So person is saying in front, the front picture, right? Isn't it so? No. Yeah? Both sides is there. It's front as well as side. Another picture I will show you. Moving right? Yes? Yes. Another wonderful picture. You should have also seen this. Observe this very deeply. Very nicely rotating. Observe. This is the process which is used in hypnotics. I don't please now. Don't worry. So what's happening all here? Rotating, right? Yes. See carefully. It's rotating. There are arrows slowly moving. Observe this. Yes or no? Observe carefully. Very slowly moving. Isn't it so? अरे यार सब illusion में है. They are not actually moving. Just stationary, but it appears to be moving. So this is called illusion. Complete illusion. So basically, scientific illusion we'll see. One of the sessions we discussed that we are not this body, but spirit soul. Still, we are convinced I am this body. It is the biggest illusion ever. Yes or no? So we are committing mistakes. This is called Brahma. There is any one person who never committed any mistakes in your life? Definitely not. Every one of us. I'm not sitting here, but I also committed a number of mistakes in my life. There are many great personalities who have committed mistakes. In science especially. So before brain was thought as an organ of cooling agent of the body. But it's not changed. And pituitary gland, so it was considered as some vestige in the body. And later it was changed. So various mistakes we do. And the astronauts, they were invented a new unit to measure the things. And they were measuring using the same unit for various experiments. And after some time, they derived it. Because committing mistakes, to err is human. It's a basic nature to commit a mistake. Yes or no? So great personalities like we can see Mahatma Gandhi. So how great he is. He fought for our country. So at the last moment, or the day or two before, he got the information that Gandhi, please don't go out. There is a threat for you. He know this issue, but still came out. So great personalities like them, they are doing mistake. Who are we? Isn't it so? So we all have these mistakes, committing mistakes. And next, cheating propensity. This is called vipralipsa. So this cheating propensity, I'll give a small example. Normally, it's a big example. If you don't know, this is Darwin, right? So Darwin theory, so once what he has done, not once, we can see in our studies also, that human beings are coming from monkeys. This is the theory he was given. Maybe his ancestors may be coming from monkeys, not my ancestors. So if it is so, human beings are coming from the apes or the monkeys. We can see many monkeys here right now, everywhere. Have you seen any monkey becoming a human being? No, but still we are being studied in this in our education system. So for your information, so this theory was removed from the foreign. In all the foreign countries, it was removed. Only in India, it's still being studied. So there was one conversation, or a panel discussion was happening regarding this. So like this, he given various theories. So he told that deer. So this is the deer. She's trying to eat the leaves, keeping up the tongue above, and doing so. This deer became giraffe. Arre baap re. Then the panel discussion was happening. A few people asked him, so why is it only eating up? Down grass is also there. It's not eating. No, no, no. Deers are proud of themselves, so they are not getting their heads down. And if they are the drinking water, they are bed no right. Then what happened? Yes or no? And one more theory got it. Everyone know bear, right? Bear. So since it's always opening the mouth, this just keeping so after some time this bear became whale. So these are the various theories he has give. So you can do research after going there, searching Google, read various these things, articles. But this Darwin series was disapproved in many areas and is removed from the studies. This Darwin theory. But the question is why he has to do so? Why? What's the thing he has to do? Once what happened? So his son was there. His son was about to die in a very engaged. He was praying to the Lord so intensely. Oh Lord, oh God, please save my son. Please save my son. And unfortunately, his son was dead. And then he became an atheist. So there is no God, there is no existence of God. So what he thought, let me write some theories so that this concept of God will not exist in the society. And therefore he given everything all these nonsense theories. So, so we all are intellectual people. Everyone has a brain. So let's go home and try. Is it so happening really? Search the articles and see so. So this is called cheating propensity. It's a very big cheating, isn't it so? What Darwin has given. Very, very big cheat. So all of us has this four defects. So what are the four defects? Sorry? Imperfect senses, illusion, Brahma, committing mistakes, cheating propensity. So having all these four defects, how can we tell seeing is believing? Yes or no? So whatever we are seeing, observing is through our senses. And we have proved here senses are imperfect. And the knowledge which we are deriving through the senses is also imperfect. Since senses are imperfect, yes or no? So how can we tell that seeing is believing? Nowhere in the Vedic scriptures this philosophy was spoken. If you're still asking, I'll ask you a question. So Prabhuji, you're telling all this, but I will still believe. Seeing is believing. So I'll ask you a question. Prabhu, Macha, I cannot see your brain. So does it mean you're a brainless fellow? No. We have brains, but I'm not able to see. So the point I'm making is there are existing things in the life, but we are not able to perceive. Understanding? So because of our imperfectness or imperfect senses. So this is called which Praman? So this is called Pratyaksha Praman. So there are three aspects: Pratyaksha, Anuman, and Shabda. So this Pratyaksha Praman we see. Seeing is believing, which is not correct. We have proved it. Next, we'll go to Anuman Praman. So Anuman Praman means guesswork. So guessing. So might be hearing or spoken also. In my view, according to me, perhaps. Have you heard these words? I believe this. So all this coming from this. So to understand this, I'll give a small example. You can see the picture on the display. So there are few people who are blind from childhood itself, and they were given to study the elephant. They don't know what is elephant. So all those people were brought to elephant and touching the body parts of the elephant and trying to describe what is elephant. And some are telling catching the trunk of the elephant, it's a bow. Some were touching the body or the belly of the elephant and telling it's a wall. And some are catching the behind the tail and telling it's a snake. So there are various things which are telling. But is it true? So the person, I guess elephant may be snake. I guess elephant may be the wall. So they're guessing, but actually it's not the truth. So from here we can understand guesswork also false, or guesswork also wrong. So this is the theory which we have seen. All these stuffs. Anuman Praman and Pratyaksha Praman are not proper. So next, what is Shabda Praman or the Vedic scriptures? So let's see. Let's take an example. If a child wants to know who is his father, whom should he ask? Mother. Yes or no? Because mother is the Shabda Praman. Yes or no? By just hearing mother, he can understand who is his father. Similarly, if you want to understand God or the spirituality, we have to ask mother like scriptures. The scriptures are like mother, and God is like our father. So, what is the proof or the validity of Vedic scriptures? So, let's see. So, how many of you heard about this term axiometric truth? In childhood, we have to study it. Anyone? What is axiometric truth? So, axiometric truth means something which does not require any proof, but it exists. Let's take few examples. So now we have seen what is the definition of a point? Circle with zero radius. That is called point. But how can we understand? There is no radius and we cannot measure that radius. Yes or no? We cannot even prove it. But still the point exists. And we can see or do mathematics. We have the imaginary word I, root of -1. It's just an imaginary one. But does it exist? Yes or no? The sun rises from east and falls in the west. So all these are axiomatic truths which does not require any proof. So similarly, even scriptures are like this. Those are axiomatic truths, need not require any proof. But if we see any science, what happens? Scientific theories are always changing, but Vedic truth are always constant. Yes or no? So some person named Dalton in the 19th century he came and he told that atom is the smallest particle of life. And later some other person named Rutherford came. You might have heard all these names. And he told, no. Atom is not the smallest particle. Inside there is something called nucleus, electrons, protons, neutrons. And some other person came, Schrodinger. He told, no, this atom, everything is there, but it's a particle. And some other person came, no, it's not particle, it's particle plus wave. So what happening in science? is that proposing something, some theory, and it exists or prevails till the point some other person comes and denies this. Understanding? So this was science is. Science is always changing, but the Vedic scriptures are perfect axiomatic truths that does not require any proof, and it's always true. There is no question of changing. Yes or no? So this is the basics of the Vedic scriptures. So Vedic scriptures are a body of complete and perfect knowledge. How is it so? So everyone knows this. Cow dung. Yes or no? And we can see many foreigners, Western countries, are proving how this Vedic culture is scientific. So recently also science confirms this cow dung is antiseptic in nature. Very recently they found. आपके घर में नहीं देखा इसको? In our villages we can see it. They put water of the cow dung in front of the house and do rangoli over there. They don't know it, they know it's scientific. And we can see after putting all this cow dung, everything, no snakes, no nothing will come. And science is proving right now. And we are also taking. Yeah. Someone told then it must be right. When given in the Vedic scripture, no one will see. Until someone proves it. Isn't it so? We know about this first what you call turmeric. And it is also scientific. We add in our food each and every day. And recently some other person told this turmeric also very nice. Until and unless some Western tells, we don't believe in our. And toothpaste, आपका toothpaste पे नमक है क्या? ये पूछते. And now in the toothpaste they added coal also. And in the Vedic system they used to use this salt and coal. And now people are telling, आपका paste में नमक है क्या? So it's already given, Baba. It's already given in the Vedic scriptures. This is the truth. And science is proving it right now. So how pathetic it is. How pathetic. And there is one person from China who told by doing at least 1 day of full fasting in 15 days, your body will be perfect without any diseases. And so every month we do Ekadashi fasting. And he has taken from here. And he got a Nobel Prize also. And it was already there. We are already following this. It's a lack of our knowledge. We don't know this. What is this? Earth. Yes or no? It's round. What is the Sanskrit word? Bhu, gol. So what is gol? It's round. So Sanskrit word is also bhu, gol. Until and unless some person traveled from one place, that sailed the whole earth and came to the same position, and he is telling them, no, earth is round, not flat. Say in our childhood we have studied, earth was flat. Later some person came, he sailed the whole over the earth and proved that its earth is round. Who is that person? Nicholas Copernicus. So this person went round the earth and told is earth is round. But it's already given in the Vedic scriptures. So who goal is already mentioned. Yes or no? So perfect truth is there in the Vedic scriptures. The only thing is we are depending on them. Do plants have life? We can see how we worship plants. We can see Tulsi. Yes or no? In all homes, definitely I can assure. Everyone has some Tulsi leaves in your home. We used to pour water and circumambulate around Tulsi Maharani. So we also have Tulsi Maharani. Every day we do Arati also Tulsi Maharani. So plants have life. And science proves now that until you pitch dark, put on the lights in front of the trees, plants, and the leaves will blossom. And then they are telling plants have life. But we know already from the scriptures, the plants already have life. Another thing, this is called human embryology. So we heard about the sonography, how the child looks. We can scan and measure it right now. Yes or no? But it's already given in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 31st chapter. Gives the whole description of how a baby grows from the fertilization to the last. What happens in the first month? What happens in the fourth month? What happens in the 8th, 9th month? How baby comes out? So what is his condition in his body? Everything was given in Srimad Bhagavatam, which was spoken 5,000 years ago by Srila Vyasadeva. Everything was given, and now we are trying to do through sonography, and we have all this wonderful knowledge already before. And not only this, we have various predictions already given, which are already came true and which will be coming true. We have various predictions like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in 11th and 5th chapter. You can find it about this great personality was given, and about Lord Buddha in first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and later about Chanakya Pandit in 12th canto, and later about King Ashoka was also given, and later about Jesus Christ. Like this, various great personalities were predicted already in the scriptures. And it was 5,000 years ago when Lord Jesus Christ came, when Chanakya Pandit came. Yes or no? It was already predicted. So, taking a small tangent from this concept, topic, so it's very, very important topic to understand. So, nowadays, many people are coming in the market, new gods are coming. Be aware of them. So many people come, I am the God person, I am the incarnation of God. You can watch in the movies or you can see in the news channels also. Many persons are coming. So from there you can understand already Vedic scriptures have predicted all the great personalities. If anyone is coming and telling, I am God, see this Shastra, Srimad Bhagavatam Bhagavad-Gita. If this incarnation is given in Shastra or not. If it is given, we can accept. If it is not given, thappad maro. ठीक है ना? So everyone can come, friend. People are coming. So one of the major important topic this is. Anyone, if a person comes telling that I'm God, so and so, so please go through the Vedic scriptures or call us. We'll tell whether it is a God or a DOG. Okay. One wonderful sloka which describes Kali Yuga. You all can repeat after me. Vittam Veva Kalona Nrinam Janmachara Gunatayah Dharmanyaya Vyavasthaya Karanam Balamevahi. Someone can read this translation.
Kaliuga, then the Lord will be considered a sign of a man's good work, proper behavior and fine qualities, and law and justice will be applied only on the basis of one's power.
Isn't it correct? You can see right now. Who have power, justice will be there, and who has money, every gives a lot of respect for that person. Isn't it so? And that's what happening. It's already predicted in the 12th kind of Bhagavatam. Is it no? Another will see. Very, very related. Everyone can relate this. Dampatye biruchirhetur Mayaiva vyavaharake Streve pumste chahiratir Vipratve sutrameva he. Translation?
Men and women will live together merely because of superficial attraction, and success in business will depend on basic. Womanliness and manliness will be judged according to one's expertise in sex, and a man will be known as Brahmana just by his wearing trade.
Yes. First line we can see mostly in a spice garden. So we can see man and woman are living together. So where is this coming from? Just because of superficial attraction. Love at first sight, they get married, everything. When knowing the real nature of a person, divorce at first sight. And this is what happening. Already predicted. You can see everywhere. Yes or no? Next. Success is in the business is only depend on deceit or cheating. We can see this practically. The more you cheat, the more successful you'll be. And next, womanliness, manliness will be judged according to one expertise in sex life. If you're a strong person, you should be able to. And if you're a strong woman, so this is what the womanliness and manliness were depicted. But before, it's all were told about the character of a person. This is the real knowledge. Knowledge means character and sense control. Then we can tell this is a good man or a good woman, not depending on the strength or capacity of sex life. And this is even more interesting. Having just the two rupee thread around the body, a person claims him as a Brahmana. So I heard from one of my superiors, this was happened in his college time. So he was telling me, so once what happened? The person came, his friend, one of his friend. So it was during Ganesh Chaturthi, he went to his relative's house. And his relatives gave him some dakshana. Since I was a Brahmana, showing the thread. Since I am a Brahmana, so my relatives gave me some dakshana on the day of Ganesh Chaturthi. And immediately his friend asked, आज पीने के लिए जाएंगे ना? हाँ पक्का आएंगे. So these kind of Brahmanas are there right now. They do all the nonsense and claiming Brahmana. And one of my friend in 12th standard in my Andhra Pradesh, he's also same. So they have this thing. They don't eat a non-veg in home. We can see this. We'll go out, eat, and come inside, and claim him as Brahmana. So this is not Brahmana quality. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So guna karma. So depending on our quality and the way of work which we are doing, that decides who are we. Are we Brahmana or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya or a Shudra? Not just by mere birth or in some family. Yes or no? Now you all are engineers mostly. Now let's take an example of yourself. Now you're an engineer. You get married and your child will be born. Since you are an engineer right now, your child also will be an engineer or just immediately after birth? No. He has to go to engineering college. How you struggle, he also has to struggle. Write GATE, mains exam, and qualified some IIT, NIT. And after passing all the examinations, get the certificate of engineering, then he will be qualified as an engineer. Isn't it so? It's not just like by just taking birth, you will be an engineer, isn't it so? Similarly, in Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, it's not just like merely taking a birth in one particular family. We cannot be so-called person. We should have a qualification for everything. We should have a qualification and the work what we are doing. So that says that we are Brahmana or whichever class we are. Another famous. So previously we have seen all this Buddha, Ashoka, Chanakya, Pandit were already predicted and came true also from the Vedic scriptures. And this one of this incarnation of Lord Vishnu, everyone knows this, Kalki avatar. So you can repeat after me. Shambhala Grama Mukyasya Brahmanasya Mahatmanaha Bhavane Vishnu Yashashaha Kalkihi Pradur Bhavishyati. Translation? So studying Kalki will appear at the end of Kali Yuga. So for your information, the age of the period of Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Now just only 5,000 years was passed, and still 4,27,000 years were still left. And after 4,20,000 years, then Kalki will appear. And Bhagavatam already is telling that Kalki will appear. Statement was made already 5,000 years back, just beginning of Kali Yuga. So how precise this is, and the predictions which we have seen already proved came true, and which is gonna come now also, and it's gonna come. How precise is, and for whom is also taking birth. Eminent Brahmana in a Shambhala village. So whose name is Vishnu Yasha. Their parents' name also given. And which place is gonna take birth. So Shambhala, if I'm not wrong, it is a village near comes Tibet area. So there Kalki is gonna take birth. So this is how precise scriptures are, Vedic scriptures are. Yes or no? Precise and perfect. There is no question of changes because it's already there, perfectly given by the Lord Himself. And Lord Krishna is complete beyond these four defects. We all human beings have these four defects. What are those? Imperfect senses, illusion, committing mistakes, cheating propensity. And where the scriptures are completely opposite to this. They don't have these four defects. And finally, we can prove that Vedic scriptures are the perfect knowledge which everyone has to take up. Yes or no? So this is how we can build our faith in the Vedic scriptures. Still you're telling प्रभु जी इतना बोल रहे हैं, फिर मुझे श्रद्धा नहीं यार इसमें. I don't have faith. I think everyone know the gulab jamun, right? Yes. So I can give a nice description of gulab jamun. It's soggy, sweet, round, very beautiful. अरे इतना कुछ बता रहे मुंह में ढालो मैं टेस्ट करूंगा ऐसा नो if you taste you only can experience this. I did not explain you how it is. So similarly Vedic scriptures also so I did not explain you. You read the scriptures, hear from the scriptures, apply in your life and see the transformation and automatically build the faith on scriptures. But how the condition is right now? कोई कोई बोलते सो मच्छा भगवत गीता ये सब पढ़ना मत जाना मत क्लासेस को ये पूरा वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम फालतू चीज है एंड वी बिलीव दैट एंड सम वन पर्सन बिकॉज़ मच्छा भगवत गीता पढ़ा नहीं नहीं फालतू चीज है पढ़ा क्या नहीं अब साइंटिफिक है हाँ कुछ पढ़ा नहीं अप्लाई किया नहीं एंड स्टडिंग इज साइंटिफिक दिस कंप्लीटली ब्लाइंड फेथ isn't it so not doing any scientific process and just telling I'm scientific I'm not doing anything. So this is completely blind faith. The people who say the Bhagavad Gita scriptures are blind faith, first you apply in your life and then see, then tell you're a blind faith or a perfect person. Another beautiful verse from Bhagavad Gita. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Vidamuttamam Pratyakshavagam Garmyam Susukam Kartumavyayam. Translation?
This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direction perception of the self by realization. It is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed.
See that bold words. Gives direct perception of the self by realization. And Krishna himself is telling, practice this. And you can see realization, transformation in yourself. Yes or no? And what is the lack in believing in this? Lord himself is telling, practice this. And still we don't have faith on the scriptures. I will not ask few questions. I'll tell you one more statement. So faith is an integral part of our life. Faith. Definitely. Just say without faith you cannot live only in our life. So I was just asking few of our friends last 2-3 weeks before. Same thing I will ask. Everyone had gone to barber shop. Yes or no? Took a blade. Everything is doing shaving. So do you know this barber anytime before? No. But he's keeping his blade on your neck shaving. And we are happily sleeping. We have complete faith on that barber that he will not cut my neck. He will shave properly. Yes or no? You have complete faith. And if you are going on a flight, so today I was coming directly from Delhi to through Airways. I was just checking if anyone would ask to go to cabin and ask, "आप पक्का मुझे बेंगलुरु पहुंचेंगे ना?" So no one is asking. We don't know the pilot's name. If you go into a BMTC cab, whatever it is, everyone will take the ticket and happily sleep in the seat or do whatever the work. No one will go to the driver and tell him, आपका नाम क्या है? आपका गोत्र क्या है? आपका नक्षत्र क्या है? So we're not asking anything. We don't know that person only. And still we have so much faith on this person. Isn't it so? So where is this faith is coming from? And this is very dangerous. And the past, not one person. In barber shop तो एक ही है. Operation type में कितना लोग हैं? 4-5 लोग रहेंगे. And they're all having the knives and everything. And they're happily sleeping. And he's doing the operation. What faith do we have? Maybe the doctor had some bad incident last night with the wife, who knows? He may show his anger on you. So recently many cases happened. Even doctors also, few, not many. So they do all the operations, everything. They take lakhs of rupees. and after death also they don't return the money back. You would have heard of these cases. These are happening, but still we have so much faith on these persons. This is even more dangerous. So we'll go to restaurant for parties, vagera, and we order a huge menu: paneer masala, butter masala, whichever masala. It's your choice. So we'll order and we'll wait for the item to come. And before we receiving our dinner, our plates, by seeing the other plates, we will get water. Yummy. But what's happening in the kitchen, we don't know. Yes or no? And there will be no entry board on the kitchen. And the kitchen is trying so much hard work to cook all the food items. Khatam. So we don't know what's happening in the kitchen, and we're completely happy. This evil person will get a nice food stuff to me. What is the guarantee that you will not put a poison in this? What is the guarantee? What is the guarantee that lizard won't fall? Maybe he's doing a garnish with all the kismes, kaju. Why not with the cockroaches? Can happen, no? Just few days back, so I was seeing the news. So in the airways, so one person ordered the lunch, and in that lunch, one plate, the head of a snake came and became very viral. This we don't know, no, what's happening. Anything can happen, yes or no? But still, we have a lot of faith on this. Why not on the scriptures, which is directly given by the God, and what is for ourselves, yes or no? But on every Tom, Dick, and Harry, we have so much faith. Why not on the God? Why not on the scriptures? Especially we Indians, we don't have this faith. So we have to develop this faith through scientifically. So let's be scientific. So what is science? Anyone? Eh? Yes. Yes, proof to be believed. Yes. Any other definitions? What is science? Systematic process. Okay. Documentation, doing this and report. Yes. Any other? Yes. Very nice. So basically, telling science means studying of the existing things. That's it. So science is not inventing anything new. We're just studying and manipulating the things. Prabhuji, how you can tell this? Bulb is there now. We created. Yes or no? Bulb is there, fan is there, all this stuff is there. Aren't they inventions? No, they are not inventions. So bulb is there. What is this? It's just a degraded form of sunlight. Yes or no? And what is a robot? Just a degradation form of a human being. Yes or no? So science means just studying of the existing things. And what is an experiment? Scientific means what? All doing all this. Aim, apparatus, procedure, observation, then give conclusion. So we have seen what is the aim. Let's take to understand Bhagavad Gita works or not. And many people will tell without reading Bhagavad Gita only, I don't believe in Bhagavad Gita. So what is this nonsense? Are you scientific really? What is apparatus to prove whether Bhagavad Gita works or not? Bhagavad Gita. What is the procedure? Read Bhagavad Gita, attend the sessions, implement in your life the procedure, and see the observation, transformation in your life, and give conclusion then, whether Bhagavad Gita works or not. Yes or no? This is called science. This is called scientific. So let's not be blind followers. And the most important thing in our life is let's not be so overconfident of ourselves. So whatever I think, that is only correct. And especially in youth, we get this feeling. According to me, perhaps, my opinion. So let's not be so overconfident that thinking myself, I'm the only person, great, correct. So we have heard many great personalities like Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Shankaracharya. All these great personalities have read the scriptures, implemented in their lives, and tested and proved this will work. And they created a great revolution all over the world. Yes or no? So why not follow their footsteps, taking them as inspiration? Isn't it so? They already proved it. And we don't have proper life also. How many years are we living? So I was searching in Google, what is the average human life? It's 71 years old. And in the 71 years, half of the life will go waste by sleeping. Another rough work, IT work, studies, वगैरह वगैरह. Next, married life. And where is the question of analyzing all the stuff deeply, reading all the scriptures, 108 Upanishads? Where is the question of? So best thing is taking a Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, which gives the whole essence of the whole Vedic scriptures, and we can immediately apply in our life. Understanding? So the point is here, let's believe in the scriptures. Put faith. What is apparatus? Read, hear the lectures, sessions, apply in your life, and see the transformation in your life, and then give the conclusion. And then we can tell, I am scientific, not blind follower. Okay? So with this, I would like to conclude this today's session. Any questions? Any questions? Yes. Ah. Yes. Same thing I'll try to repeat. So whatever you're seeing in your life, the basic example I gave you, eyes or visible range. So for example, let's take yourself. You have eyes, spits. Yes, sir. Why you have spits? Power. Some defect is there in your eyes. Then normal be normal who don't have eyes. So that's why you're using your spits. So this is our eyes are not perfect. So similarly our ears also. We have some particular range only through which we can hear. Not below this or not beyond that. Like how we are about to bats. Let's take example of cats or any other animals. They do hunting more during the night, not in the daytime. Because in the night their eyesight is very sharp. But we cannot see in the night, isn't it so? We need torch. But it's completely different for them. So what is imperfect senses basically means we cannot perceive the things, all things, all the time. Understanding? So this is the concept of imperfectness. We cannot perceive the things all the time, all the things. So there is some condition is there. Only if the condition applies, then it is proper. Got the point? So if there is no condition, at any point of time you are able to perceive that thing, then it is perfect. There is no condition applied. So imperfectness means there is condition applied. So whenever there is a condition, so there is the statement comes, it's imperfect. Got the point now? Yes? Nice. Very good question. Any other questions? Yes.
One is that you are not connected with God. You can prove for that. Suddenly, if I ask someone,
Okay.
so they are devotees, they told that
Ah.
they convinced me actually they told Ram, Krishna, or any Sai Baba or someone. They told God, they were from that quality. So why human don't have the quality to God? Even like how the Krishna is the Bhagavad all these things. But just for this person saying that, that what is saying that, this person can know something now, after 100 years, it will be kind of Bhagavad Gita.
No. So it's who is the person which devotee is it?
Someone.
Yeah. So this thing, a human cannot become a god, definitely for sure. So we cannot stop our bowel system in the morning. So how can we become God? And God is described, so he is the controller of all. He is the controller of everything that exists. And we are not able to control our bowel system. How can we be God? So basically, God means Sachit Ananda Vigraha. He is always eternal. So this topic I used to give in my reading session also. Eternal, all this is a complete, is the source of everything which exists. Everything what you are saying, everything comes from you. And from us, nothing is coming except the sweat during the class. So God is all powerful, but we are not all powerful. So simultaneously we are one, but not one with the God. So qualitatively we are one with the Lord, but not in quantity. Let's take example of an ocean. So in an ocean, a drop cannot become an ocean for sure. Yes or no? But the taste of the drop is equal to the taste of the whole ocean. Salty. Yes or no? So qualitatively, the drop is equal to the ocean. But quantitatively taking, the drop is drop, the ocean is ocean. Yes or no? Sindhu is Sindhu and Vibhu is Vibhu. So similarly, we all are spirit souls. We are also same. So qualitatively, we are Satchitananda Vigraha. But quantitatively, we are less compared to the Lord. So Krishna is all powerful, all rich, but we are tiny powerful. So Krishna or the Lord, He created the whole creation, and we are creating small things like laptop, mobile. So we are also creating, but tiny things. We cannot create the whole universe or whole planet. But Krishna can clear unlimited planets, universes. Understanding? We have similarity in quality, but difference in quantity.
But let's consider Sai Baba.
Hmm.
They also
And most important, sorry, I forgot to mention one point. We have to search in the scriptures. So that's the point which I made it. So if anyone who have terms, Sai Baba, whoever, I don't know about more about Sai Baba. I can see my parents few worship Sai Baba. So if anyone is telling God, whatever, you can search in the scriptures. The main first criteria is in the scriptures given or not in about that personality, whether it's a God or whatever. If a person is not given in any scripture, we immediately deny that. So just like we have manual, right? So for some rules and regulations, we see a manual. So whether it is proper thing to do or not, yes or no. So by going through the manual, we can understand if it's a proper thing or not. Similarly, if any person tells I'm God, whatever incarnation of God, we have to go through the scriptures. If in the scriptures somewhere if about this personality is mentioned, then we have to accept it. If it is not mentioned, immediately reject it. So that's what. Understand? So first is check the scriptures. First and most important. If you're not didn't read scriptures much, you can come and ask the devotees here who read the scriptures. You can ask Kalpiraj myself personally if you want. So we'll let you know more about it. So got me? First main criteria is scriptures, whether it's mentioned or not. Got it? Nice question. Any other questions? Anyone? No? Okay. So we'll go for a mantra meditation. You all can stand up. Get relaxed. So the devotee volunteers will give you the water and you can wash it and take up beats.